From Kawhi Leonard still cruising around in his old, rusty Tahoe to Giannis Antetokounmpo, keeping things simple despite earning millions.
Are you a cheap NBA star? You cheap or you? Are you a cheap NBA star?
Cheap for myself, yes.
In this video, we're diving into the lives of insanely rich NBA players who continue to live like everyday people. Kawhi Leonard, one of the most legendary examples of NBA frugality. His bond with his 1997 Chevrolet Tahoe has practically become basketball folklore.
For me to tell you about myself, I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Leonard's net worth is estimated at around $120 million as of September 2025, mostly built through NBA contracts and endorsements. Yet, his day-to-day lifestyle remains strikingly modest. The story of his cherished Tahoe, lovingly nicknamed Gas Guzzler, sums up his entire philosophy toward money. He first bought it back in high school and kept driving it even after signing his $94 million deal with the Spurs in 2015 and his $13 million Clippers contract in 2019. When ESPN spotlighted him in 2016, his explanation was simple but unforgettable. It runs and it's paid off. That attitude defines more than just his choice in cars. Leonard's frugality became iconic during his San Antonio Spurs years, when reports surfaced that he lived in a modest two-bedroom apartment despite being a multimillionaire. One of the most charming stories about his thriftiness involves his relationship with Wingstop. As an official endorser of the chicken chain, he receives coupon books for free wings, which perfectly fuels his obsession with the mango habanero flavor. In a now famous 2016 incident, Leonard accidentally lost a coupon book and actually called the company asking for a replacement. Leonard's spending philosophy is deeply rooted in his upbringing in Compton, California. Raised in a hard-working middle-class family by Mark Leonard, a former football player and car wash owner, and Kim Robertson, Kawhi learned early that real success wasn't about material possessions. But his outlook on life took a permanent turn after tragedy struck. His father was shot and killed at the family's Compton car wash in an unsolved murder on January 18, 2008, when Kawhi was just 16 years old. Even with rumors about his finances, like the alleged $28 million no-show job linked to Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, Leonard's personal habits haven't changed a bit. His career earnings now exceed $325 million, but he's only played about 80% of games in 4 seasons, showing that his discipline and efficiency extend far beyond basketball, both in how he manages his career and his money.
When you know Kawhi, he's just as normal and like enthusiastic.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he rich. No? How is it feel to be rich?
I'm not the rich.
No.
Interview 248, 254. Despite a net worth ranging from $100 million to $250 million, Giannis Antetokounmpo has earned a reputation as one of the NBA's most frugal superstars. Former teammate Drew Holiday once joked that Giannis was the cheapest guy I know, and recent sightings of Giannis haggling at discount stores in New York City prove that even Supermax contracts haven't changed his basic relationship with money. Forbes ranks Giannis 13th among the world's highest-paid athletes in 2025, with total earnings of $94.4 million, including $48.8 million on-court and $45.6 million off-court. His current deal includes escalating payments through 2028 to 2029, finishing with player option worth $62.8 million in the final year. But what truly sets Giannis apart is his simplicity. In 2024, he was seen bargain shopping in NYC, literally negotiating prices in discount stores. When asked about his frugal nature, Giannis openly admitted, "I'm cheap for myself but generous to others." He's never been drawn to luxury for its own sake, preferring to save aggressively while protecting his family's future. This mindset comes directly from his tough upbringing in Athens, Greece, where the Antetokounmpo family lived in poverty as undocumented Nigerian immigrants. His parents, Charles and Veronica, left Nigeria in 1991 seeking a better life, but faced eviction, racism, and constant uncertainty. Without Greek citizenship until 2013, the family lived under the daily fear of deportation. The Antetokounmpo brothers, Giannis, Thanasis, Kostas, and Alex, survived by selling trinkets to tourists, often sharing shoes and food. Giannis once said, "I felt rich because I had my family, even when we had nothing." Those experiences cemented his belief that love and unity matter more than material possessions.
For my family, no.
No, okay.
When it comes to my family, I give them more than I give myself.
What do you spend the most money on?
Business.
Now married to Mariah Riddlespringer since 2024 and a father of 3 children, Giannis channels his generosity toward family while maintaining his own minimalist habits. He's bought homes for relatives and brought family members to the U.S., yet his personal spending remains modest. Jimmy Butler. Few NBA stories are as inspiring as Jimmy Butler's, from homelessness to a man now worth $80 million to $100 million. But what truly defines him isn't the money. It's the humility he's held on to through every success. Forbes lists Butler's 2025 earnings at $59.8 million, with $48.8 million on court and $11 million off court, ranking him among the league's elite. His career NBA salaries have totaled over $312 million through 2025, with projections exceeding $424 million by 2027. His latest contract extension with the Warriors pays him over $50 million annually. But here's where Butler stands out. He drives a Toyota Sienna minivan, not because he has to, but because he chooses to. It's practical, efficient, and fits his personality. Function over flash, substance over style. That same mindset defines his everyday choices. His most iconic moment of entrepreneurial frugality came during the 2020 NBA bubble, when he famously charged teammates $20 per cup for coffee brewed from his hotel French press, a move that evolved into his brand, Big Face Coffee.
Grade your coffee. Is anybody else on the team drinking your coffee?
I graded 10 out of 10, and nobody on my...
What began as a playful hustle has now transformed into a full-fledged business empire, with Big Face Coffee expanding into a Miami storefront and offering farm-sourced beans. Jimmy Butler often jokes about charging $60 a cup at home, showcasing his tongue-in-cheek coffee mogul mentality even among millionaire teammates. In another viral moment, Jimmy was caught on camera complaining about high gas prices, reinforcing his down-to-earth approach to money.
This is high-rate robbery. Man, I'm trying to get some of this gas back. Hey, you think if I go in there and tell them that I put the wrong gas in here, they'll give me a refund? This.
Butler's frugality stems from one of the most difficult childhoods in professional sports. Abandoned by his father as a baby and kicked out by his mother at age 13 in Tomball, Texas, he spent months homeless, sleeping on friends' couches until a Lambert family, already raising 7 children, took him in. Those experiences taught him that family and stability matter far more than luxury or fame. His disciplined approach to money mirrors those lessons: no excess, no distractions. At one point, Butler even canceled his cable and internet just to focus entirely on training 3 times a day. His investments, including real estate and ventures such as pedal tennis through the Deutsche Investment Group, are carefully selected for long-term value, not flashy returns. Drew Holiday.
Really just, I guess this big announcement for me and my family is we're pledging the rest of my salary just to really keep this movement going for the social and economic inequalities. We really feel like me pledging my salary can benefit the Black communities in LA and New Orleans.
Drew Holiday's net worth hovers around $100 million, but his approach to money makes him one of the NBA's most generous philanthropists. Unlike most athletes who focus on personal gain, Holiday channels his wealth towards social impact. His total NBA salary earnings exceed $250 million through 2025, including a 4-year, $134.4 million contract with the Boston Celtics. The deal features escalating payments through 2027 to 2028, ending with a player option worth $37.2 million. But what truly defines Holiday isn't his income, it's his extraordinary generosity. In 2020, he donated his entire $5.3 million bubble salary to launch the Drew and Lauren Holiday Social Impact Fund, aiding Black-owned businesses and nonprofits. More recently, he contributed another $4.6 million from his 2025 salary, to help convert Boston homes into shelters for homeless youth.
There's also HBCUs that we've been talking to, especially in New Orleans. But grassroots, man, just giving back to the community.
Earning the NBA Social Justice Champion Award. Despite his massive giving, Holiday's personal lifestyle remains minimalistic. He lives simply, proving that frugality can actually fuel generosity rather than limit it. Born in Chatsworth, California, Drew comes from a basketball-oriented family. His father, Sean, was a former college player, while his mother, Toya, also excelled in the sport. His siblings, Justin, Lauren, a U.S. soccer star, and Aaron, an NBA player, grew up in a home that valued discipline, humility, and family unity. Through the JLH Fund, Holiday and his wife, Lauren, have distributed over $5.3 million in grants since 2020, supporting initiatives for social justice, Black communities, and youth empowerment. Interview 938, 947. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's net worth, estimated at $300 million.
Understand women a little bit more. Well, early on, I understood that, like, she's not mine. Even if she may be my girlfriend, she might be influenced by other people.
His longevity obsession includes daily workouts.
Places him among the NBA's wealthiest active players. Yet his lifestyle presents a surprising contrast to typical celebrity excess. Despite towering earnings, Durant maintains a low-profile existence built around simplicity, discipline, and purposeful investments. His career earnings total $447,853,045 through 2025, with projections surpassing $510 million, making him one of the most financially strategic athletes in the modern era. By 2026, his current four-year, $194 million contract with the Phoenix Suns pays him over $50 million annually, with another major extension expected in 2025. Yet Kevin Durant's relationship with wealth is defined by quiet hobbies rather than loud extravagance. He's an avid gamer, often seen streaming on Twitch and investing heavily in esports, preferring virtual battles to celebrity-filled parties. This introverted lifestyle isn't a PR strategy. It's who he truly is. Through 35 ventures, Durant has backed over 100 companies across tech, sports, and media, displaying remarkable business foresight. His portfolio includes early investments in Coinbase that delivered huge post-IPO gains, plus stakes in Whoop Fitness Technology, Robinhood, and SeatGeek. His recent ventures involve Spinder Sparkling Water and a stake in Paris Saint-Germain, valued at $4.6 billion. Durant's humble nature traces directly to his upbringing in Prince George's County, Maryland, where he and his single mother, Wanda Pratt, faced constant financial hardship. They moved frequently through tough neighborhoods in Seat Pleasant and Landover, with Durant selling trinkets and sharing essentials just to help make ends meet. Even now, he remains largely private and grounded, preferring peace and focus over publicity. Although recently linked to Elizabeth Liz Cambridge, Durant continues to lead an intensely private personal life. Interview 1125, 1136. His obsession with longevity and discipline defines his daily routine, from structured workouts to detailed recovery programs, proving his philosophy of balance between basketball and life management. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony's net worth, estimated between $160 million and $170 million as of September 2025, places him among the wealthiest retired NBA players. But what makes Anthony remarkable isn't his fortune. It's his old-school frugality, a trait rooted in his upbringing in Baltimore's housing projects. Over his career, Anthony earned $262.5 million in NBA salaries, ranking him among his generation's top earners. Beyond basketball, his business empire includes Mellow 7 Tech Partners, focus on startup investments, the Stames 7-0 fashion line, Creative 7 Media, and the Seventh Estate wine brand. Despite these ventures, Anthony's personal spending habits remain astonishingly modest. Perhaps the most charming detail of his thriftiness is his devotion to coupon clipping. Even after earning hundreds of millions, he's been known to clip grocery coupons and shop at discount stores, habits that friends and journalists consistently highlight. In a 2021 interview, Anthony spoke about living below his means and avoiding pointless spending, a philosophy he's carried since childhood. His frugal mindset is a direct reflection of his early life in West Baltimore's Murphy Homes projects. Born to Carmelo Irii and Mary Anthony, he lost his father at age 2 and later moved from Brooklyn's Red Hook projects to Baltimore at age 8. Growing up surrounded by violence, drugs, and poverty, Anthony learned that every dollar mattered. His 2021 memoir, Where Tomorrows Aren't Promised, vividly recounts the harsh realities of West Baltimore streets, revealing how those experiences shaped his lifelong respect for money and discipline, shaped his conservative approach to money. Basketball became his path out of hardship, as he starred at Towson Catholic and Oak Hill Academy before his legendary championship run at Syracuse. What makes Anthony's journey truly compelling is how he channels his success into philanthropy. Through the Carmelo Anthony Foundation, established in 2005, he supports underserved communities across the U.S., including Feed the Children partnerships that have helped over 5,000 families. His giving follows the same careful thought process he applies to his personal finances: intentional, consistent, and impact-driven. Trey Burke. While Trey Burke's net worth, estimated around $20 million, might seem modest compared to other NBA stars, his story offers one of the most disciplined financial blueprints in professional sports. Over 11 NBA seasons, Burke earned between $25.4 million and $26.3 million, playing for multiple teams including the Utah Jazz and several international leagues. Yet what defines his financial legacy began in his rookie year, when, despite earning $2.4 million, he imposed a $5,000 monthly budget on himself. It wasn't about being cheap, it was about self-control and sustainability. Understanding how easily young athletes can burn through wealth, Burke hired financial advisors early on to manage his investments and create long-term stability. Even after multiple contracts worth over $25 million, he continues to live modestly, prioritizing family needs over luxury spending. His conservative approach stems from his working-class roots in Columbus, Ohio, where he was raised by Benji Burke, an AAU coach and former player, and Rhonda Burke, his mother. His father coached him throughout his youth, even running teams that included childhood friend Jared Sullinger, teaching him discipline, humility, and balance both on and off the court. A defining example of Burke's loyalty and family-first mentality came in 2013, when he signed his father and cousin Alonzo as his agents, keeping financial control in-house. Married to his high school sweetheart, Damon Burke, since 2018, he prioritizes privacy and stability over showmanship. His recent move to international basketball, joining Guangdong in China's CBA in February 2025, reflects his continued pursuit of financial opportunity, mixed with practical decision-making. Though his career didn't reach superstar levels, Burke's financial discipline stands as a textbook model for managing sudden wealth. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's net worth, estimated between $100 million and $150 million, was built through one of the most successful and consistent careers in NBA history. Over 19 seasons, with the San Antonio Spurs, Duncan earned $242 million in salaries, yet frequently took pay cuts to help his team build championship rosters. He famously reduced his salary from $21.15 million to $10.36 million in 2012, and again accepted $10 million annually from 2014 to 2015, proving that team success outweighed personal gain. But Duncan's frugality extended far beyond contract talks. Despite earning more than $240 million, he drove an old Porsche 911, shopped at Costco for bulk discounts, and lived in a modest San Antonio home. His endorsement strategy also reflected his reserved nature. While he worked with Adidas and appeared in humorous H-E-B grocery commercials alongside teammates, he avoided glamorous brand deals that clashed with his quiet persona. Even after later switching to Nike, he declined a signature shoe line, preferring substance over hype. His humble outlook traces back to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where he was born to Anguillan parents, William, a mason, and Ione, a midwife. The youngest of four, Duncan originally dreamed of being a swimmer like his Olympic sister, Trisha, until Hurricane Hugo destroyed the island's only pool in 1989, pushing him toward basketball. His life took a tragic turn when his mother passed away from breast cancer in 1990, just one day before his 14th birthday. a loss that shaped his discipline, humility, and lifelong financial restraint. His 14th birthday, further strengthening his commitment to education and family values. He later graduated from Wake Forest University with a degree in psychology, honoring a promise he made to his late mother, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic's net worth, estimated between $80 million and $120 million, was built through his record-breaking NBA contracts and a few modest endorsement deals. Yet what makes the three-time MVP extraordinary isn't his money. It's his complete disinterest in materialism. Jokic signed what was at the time the largest contract in NBA history, a 5-year, $276 million Supermax deal in 2022, featuring annual earnings that will rise to $62.8 million by 2027 to 2028. He's also eligible for another $212 million extension in 2025. But despite these astronomical figures, Jokic lives a life that could easily belong to any small-town resident. The key to understanding Jokic's mindset lies in his off-season ritual. Every summer, he returns to his hometown of Sombor, Serbia, to race harness horses, his lifelong passion. This love for horses began in childhood and remains his greatest joy outside basketball. He drives modest cars, avoids flashy displays, and treats his NBA stardom as simply a job that funds his true passion. Tennis legend Novak Djokovic once praised Jokic's grounded nature, saying he only cares about horses and family. His teammates describe him as minimalist, punctual, casually dressed, and more focused on team card games and individual awards. He trains daily out of pure love for basketball, never for media attention. Jokic's upbringing in Sombor, a quiet town in northern Serbia, shaped his easygoing approach to life. Born during the aftermath of the Yugoslav wars, he grew up in a 2-bedroom apartment with his parents, Branislav, a former agricultural engineer, and Nikolina, alongside his brothers Strahinja and Nemanja. Family remains a core of his world and his spending priorities. Married to his high school sweetheart, Natalija, since 2020, the couple shares 2 children, Giovanna and a second newborn. His brothers live with him in Denver during the NBA season, attending nearly every game. For Jokic, basketball is simply the means to provide stability and happiness for his loved ones while funding his horse racing passion. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry's net worth, between $220 million and $240 million, places him among the wealthiest active basketball players. Yet what's fascinating is his detachment from wealth itself. When asked about his total fortune, Curry admitted he doesn't track it closely, a mindset common among people who prioritize purpose over accumulation. His current 4-year, $215.4 million contract pays him an astonishing $59.6 million for the 2025 to 2026 season, the highest single-season salary in NBA history. His lifetime deal with Under Armour, potentially worth over $1 billion through equity and royalties, has elevated both his brand and the company's, with the Curry brand generating $150 to $200 million annually. Despite these enormous numbers, Curry's lifestyle remains refreshingly grounded. He lives in a $30 to $31 million mansion in Atherton, California. Luxurious by normal standards, yet modest in context, given the area's $10 million median home price. The 18,000 square foot property sits on 1.5 acres, designed more for comfort than showmanship. Day to day, Curry is often seen biking around town, spending quiet time with his wife, Aisha, and their 4 children. When asked about his spending habits, Curry describes himself as somewhere between frugal and carefree, avoiding unnecessary extravagance while investing strategically for long-term security. His grounded nature reflects his roots in Charlotte, North Carolina, where his father, Del Curry, played for the Hornets, and his mother, Sonia, was a former volleyball player. His parents instilled Christian faith, discipline, and strong family values, which continue to define his identity. Growing up undersized and overlooked, Curry developed a humility that still shapes his character today, even as one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. Unprecedented success. Through the Eat, Learn, Play Foundation, co-founded with Aisha Curry, Stephen Curry has pledged $50 million to Oakland schools supporting literacy, nutrition, and play programs. covering all administrative costs so every donation directly benefits students. Guided by his Christian faith, Curry views service over accumulation, seeing wealth as a tool for positive change, not personal glorification. Andrew Bogut's net worth, estimated between $40 million and $50 million US, was built over 14 NBA seasons and smart post-retirement investments. But the real story isn't his fortune. It's how deliberately he manages it. Across his career, Bogut earned $118,126,549 in NBA salaries, including lucrative deals with the Milwaukee Bucks and Golden State Warriors. His peak contract included a 5-year, $60 million extension with Milwaukee and a 3-year, $36 million deal with Golden State, where he captured an NBA championship in 2015. Despite these massive earnings, Bogut's frugality became legendary among teammates. Even after his Warriors extension, he maintained a simple lifestyle and tracked every expense. In 2014, realizing he lacked financial literacy, Bogut enrolled in an online personal finance course, completely transforming his spending and investment habits. A 2015 spending diary he shared with ESPN revealed his meticulous budgeting, from eBay purchases to tracking daily coffee costs. Not out of embarrassment, but to strengthen long-term financial control. His discipline comes from his upbringing as the son of Croatian immigrants in Melbourne, Australia. His parents, Miso, Mike, and Anka, fled Yugoslavia in the 1970s, with his father working as a mechanic and his mother as a nurse. Growing up in Mulgrave and Dandenong, Bogut learned the value of hard work and responsible money habits. Since retiring, he has applied that discipline to savvy investments, including stakes in Cloud9 Esports, PillPack, acquired by Amazon, real estate, and Australian startups. He also holds an ownership share in the Sydney Kings, where he now serves as an assistant coach, seamlessly merging basketball insight with business acumen. David West net worth, around $35 million, only tells part of his powerful story. What makes West stand out is his willingness to sacrifice money for principle. He famously turned down $12.6 million with the Indiana Pacers to sign veteran minimum contracts with contenders. Over 15 NBA seasons, he earned $92,190,459, peaking with the New Orleans Hornets, where he signed a 5-year, $45 million extension, followed by a 3-year, $36.6 million deal with the Pacers. His defining moment came in 2015, when West opted out his $12.6 million Pacers contract to join the San Antonio Spurs for just $1.55 million. He repeated this move in 2016 and 2017 with the Golden State Warriors, chasing championships instead of paychecks. That decision, trading millions for purpose, became a hallmark of the philosophy that principles outweigh profit. West's values stem from a blue-collar upbringing and a lifelong commitment to education and justice. Born to Amos and Harriet West, he grew up in Teaneck, New Jersey, before moving to Garner, North Carolina. At Xavier University, he majored in communications, earned multiple academic honors, and developed a reflective mindset that shaped his later choices. After retirement, West invested $250,000 into Zoetic Energy, a clean energy company focused on expanding sustainable infrastructure in Africa, another reflection of his belief that money should serve purpose, not ego. Returns. His investment philosophy mirrors his playing career. Purpose over profit. David West's philanthropic initiatives perfectly capture his values-driven approach to success. Through the West Group, he had provided over 400 scholarships to low-income students in North Carolina, helping underprivileged youth pursue higher education. His charitable work extends internationally, funding basketball court refurbishments in Ghana, Senegal, and Gambia, and participating in speaking engagements at the African Union. The depth of West's character shone brightly during his New Orleans Hornets tenure, especially after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Witnessing the devastation and inequality that followed, West personally funded meals and aid packages for displaced families, an experience that shaped his lifelong dedication to social justice and community rebuilding. At home, West's family life reflects his grounded philosophy. Married to Leslie West since 2008, The couple shares 2 children, Deja and David Benjamin. His parents always encouraged dream chasing with discipline, a balance that continues to define his approach to both basketball and finances. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose's net worth, estimated between $90 million and $95 million, tells a storied career that began with meteoric rise, weathered devastating injuries, and ended in graceful resilience. His post-retirement life in Chicago stands as a testament to staying rooted in one's origins, regardless of wealth. Over his playing career, Rose earned $166 million in NBA salaries and more than $13 million in endorsements, most notably from his lifetime Adidas deal. His career peak came with a 5-year, $94 million contract with the Chicago Bulls in 2011, following his historic MVP season at age 22, making him the youngest MVP in NBA history, a record that still stands. However, his journey took a heartbreaking turn in 2012 when a torn ACL derailed his trajectory. Many thought it would end his superstardom. But Rose's resilience redefined his legacy. Instead of chasing glamour or pity, he rebuilt himself mentally and professionally, taking smaller contracts and team-first roles while maintaining exemplary professionalism. His comeback stints with the Knicks, Timberwolves, and Pistons proved that integrity and humility can be just as inspiring as dominance. After officially retiring in September 2024, Rose chose a quiet, community-centered life back in Chicago. On January 4th, 2025, the city honored him with Derrick Rose Day, celebrating his contributions both on and off the court. Instead of lavish parties, his retirement tour was filled with school visits and community center appearances, emphasizing service over spotlight. Raised in Chicago's Englewood neighborhood by a single mother, Brenda Rose, Derrick's grounded lifestyle today mirrors his upbringing. He often shares struggle meal stories in interviews, not for sympathy, but to inspire youth from similar backgrounds. His life embodies resilience, gratitude, and loyalty to his roots. A proud graduate of Simeon Career Academy and former University of Memphis standout, Rose's path from Englewood's concrete courts to NBA's superstardom represents the American dream realized. But even more remarkable is how he handled adversity, with humility and perspective. Now engaged to Elena Anderson with 3 children, Rose prioritizes family and peace over fame. He remains a familiar face in Chicago, often seen dining at local restaurants, chatting with fans like an ordinary neighbor rather than a global icon. His story proves that true wealth isn't about money or fame, but about staying real, grounded, and grateful no matter how high you rise. Demonstrates how early adversity can cultivate a lifelong appreciation for simplicity, gratitude, and family, values that endure long after fame and fortune fade. Derrick Rose's journey shows that even after achieving immense financial success, true fulfillment comes not from luxury or status, but from connection, humility, and peace of mind. His story stands as a reminder that resilience builds perspective, and that wealth, when grounded in purpose, can coexist with the same humble joy that once helped him survive life's hardest beginnings.